It was a hard day, but the worst of it was over. Thomas, Duck, and Percy had to shunt cars in the yard. Now, this was a job they sometimes enjoyed, but it was getting late, and they were pretty tired, so it wasn't too enjoyable. But they complied like any good engine would. Although the cars, of course, did not like them shunting them. "Why are you doing this? It's almost time for bed!" cried the cars. Some of them were already fast asleep. When Duck bumped into one, it woke up. "Ah! Why would you wake me up?" asked the car. "I'm sorry," said Duck. Thomas and Percy went over. "Don't be sorry," they said. "Just ignore them." So Duck did. He kept waking up many cars, but he just ignored them. Soon, they gathered up a plan because of how annoying the trucks were being. Thomas and Percy went behind buffers across from the station and told Duck to push on the trucks. Now, after this, they would help Duck and finally get the trucks to where they were supposed to be, but the trucks had their own plan. The shunting job was on a hill. Where they had to shunt them was downhill. The trucks would push Duck downhill before Thomas and Percy could even try to see where Duck was. Duck pulled the trucks. "Come on," he said, but the trucks had another idea. "No, we won't come," they said. They cried and they yelled, "No, no, no, we won't." But Duck just continued pulling until he got to downhill. As he approached the downhill, the trucks bumped into each other, and Duck went flying down as fast as he ever been. He went past signals and stations and even trains going uphill, but he could not stop himself. "On, on, 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 on!" the trucks cried to each other. Push on, go on!" Duck could not stop himself. Thomas and Percy watched in amazement as Duck raced down the hill. They tried to catch up to Duck, but Duck was going too fast. Duck whistled to a station man. "Beep, beep!" And the station man saw and flicked the lever so Duck would go on to another siding. That siding was fully downhill, so Duck had some time to go. Duck raced down, applying the brakes, but since it was such a slope hill, he just couldn't stop. The hill was too steep that no matter what, he wouldn't stop. He crashed right into the buffers as he saw the points were switched. He smashed right into them. It had rained the other day, so that made the old wooden buffers weaker. Just a few scratches were done to his paint, but his buffers were a bit bent. Duck was very upset. Thomas and Percy finally caught up to Duck. "Are you okay?" asked Percy. "No, I think my buffers are broken," said Duck. "But it's mostly fine." "Then why'd you reply with no, then?" asked Thomas. "I don't know," said Duck. "But I'm gonna need help before anyone else comes. I don't want them to know about this mess. Anyways, it's getting dark soon. I don't want to be out all night." And they went off to find a crane or something. The very same breakdown crane that Thomas has used to save James. Sir Topham Hatt heard of the incident and came to check it out. Duck, said Sir Topham Hatt, I did not expect this from you. And with a long silence, the cranes finally came.